My name is Emma Ledden and I am the author of the presentation book. I had been in business 4 years when I decided to write the book. Part of the reason I wrote the book was because I just saw this enormous need in the world of business to help business people to present. So I was meeting all these business people working in so many different industries in business: lawyers, accountants, engineers, and every type of business person you can imagine, sales, marketing, media, and they all had to present. And nobody had really actually taught these people how to present because they didn't seem to be learning it in school or college. So I decided to write a book based on the course that I teach. I work with people, sometimes one-to-one, sometimes in groups, and these people have to present as part of their job. So maybe they're going for a job interview, maybe they have to speak to their team, maybe they have to pitch for business, maybe they're an academic and they've produced this incredible piece of research they have to tell people about, and to do that they have to present. So they come to me with all of their data, and everybody I work with has absolutely fantastic data, and I help them to package that data into a presentation that's really engaging, really impactful, and a presentation that they feel confident to deliver. And the approach that I use is an approach that I've developed based on the TV work that I did. So I worked for MTV and I worked for the BBC. I worked for RT in Ireland as well. And I learned how to package information and how to give it across in a way that it's really engaging, and I brought that to business. Who is my biggest inspiration? I don't think it's just one person. I've been really lucky with the people I've had the chance to work with over the years. In TV, I worked with some incredible presenters, producers, researchers. In business, I've had the opportunity to work with some amazing business people. My clients, really, if it wasn't for the companies I worked with, I wouldn't have the book. So the companies I work with give me a chance to work with their people and come up with methods and approaches that work. So I'm very inspired by the people I work with. I wrote the presentation book. I did it mostly on Sundays, everywhere. My goodness, I wrote the book absolutely everywhere. I wrote it in my office, I wrote it in coffee shops, I wrote it in hotel, bars, everywhere and anywhere I could get a bit of space. I sat down and I wrote it, and the whole thing took about 18 months. I absolutely loved writing this book, and actually it is something that I've always wanted to do. I wanted to work for MTV and I got the chance to do that. I wanted to have my own business and I'm doing that. And another big dream of mine was to write a book. And now I've gotten to do that, which is just incredible. I really enjoyed writing a book. It is so much slower than I ever thought it was going to be. So between writing it and editing it and getting it published, it's a slow process. So there's nothing instant about writing a book, but it's incredibly exciting. And to see your name on a book and to see the book on a shelf is incredible. And somebody emailed me the other day to say they were in a shop and my book was on the shelf, and they saw somebody go up, open the book, look at it, and then decide to buy it, go up to the till and buy it. I thought that was a great story. That wasn't me now, a friend of mine saw it, but I thought that was brilliant. So yeah, no, it's an incredibly special thing to do, write a book. I loved it. So roll on book number 2, maybe. So I wrote the book, and then you have to get a publisher. So what I did was I sort of sent the manuscript off to a number of publishing companies, but the one I decided to go with in the end was Pearson Publishing. So I was absolutely amazed to have such a big publisher take my book on board. So then you kind of go through the edits, and it's quite a long process. They design the cover for you, they design the book, which is just incredible. And then it's ready to go. And so then the book is published, and then you have to launch it, and you have to sell it, and you have to get it out there. So that's a whole other job in itself, and a whole other process in itself. The book was named W.H. Smith Book of the Month, the first month it was released, so that was amazing. I decided to have a launch in Dublin and a launch in the UK as well. So we had the Dublin launch just last week. I think I'm still recovering from the Dublin launch. It was brilliant. It was all my friends, all my family, all my clients. I had to speak. I cannot tell you how nerve-wracking it is to give a presentation at the presentation book launch, even for me when I teach it. So I was very nervous. I didn't eat for about 3 days before I gave my speech. I think it went okay, But it was just an absolutely incredible night. It went by way too fast. It was an absolute blur. But it was really, really, really just an incredible moment to celebrate. So what do I want to achieve with this book? I should tell you, it's just great to be published and all that, but that's not true. What I want is to reach the New York Times bestseller list. I was hoping to get there within the first week of being published. Doesn't look like that's going to happen, so I think it's going to be a longer slog. But yeah, truthfully, I would really, really like if my book was published in America, as well as in the UK and in Ireland, because I do believe this is a skill that's needed in the USA as well as in the UK and Ireland. I would love this book to be the go-to book. I would love the presentation book to be the go-to book for anyone delivering a presentation, whether that's in school, in university, whether you're doing a master's, whether you're in business, whether you're a senior person trying to move up the ranks. I would like this book to be the book that gives you the skills and the confidence to tackle the presentation, and most importantly, to get the result that you want. I wrote this book to help people on their professional development journey. I wrote this book to help people get promoted, to help people stand in front of their teams and to inspire and to motivate. And that's what I do every day when I work with people, and I've tried to put that into the book. So yeah, I'm hoping for global domination.